Sometimes I wake up in cold sweat.
Fam, what's good? What's good? It's your boy Thao, FamOverTV. I appreciate everybody tapping into the channel, showing love, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, stopping by, whatever you're doing. I appreciate it. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is always advised. Salute to everybody out there on this good Thursday. Hope everybody feeling good, man. Good vibes around, good love around, good energy around. There's good positivity around. We got some good content to check out today. Make sure you hit that like button on your way in. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest news and reaction videos. We got some good stuff going on today. What's going on in the sky? There's been a lot going on in the sky, a lot of speculations. I've been hearing a lot of people and seeing a lot of videos. They saying it's a war going on in the sky. Who knows what is going on? I know this weather, there's lightning and all type of stuff has been crazy lately. Straight up. We'll wait for a few people to fall in and we'll get started with the content. Amber was good. Mike. Salute. Buddha was good. Big Trey, what up, fam? And it was another fire, another warehouse fire, y'all. Solar panels caught on fire or something. I think it's super weird. All these warehouses is catching on fire for sure. Angela, the Dow, the boss lady, is in the building. Happy Thursday to you, boss lady. Much love to you and the fam. Jerry was good, fam. My guy, Jerry. Good seeing you. We live for sure. Wait another minute for some people to fall in and we'll get started, get into it, y'all. Hope everybody enjoying their Thursday. Tomorrow is Juneteenth. I know some places don't consider it a holiday, but I guess it's a holiday now. It's considered a holiday. Supposed to be, allegedly. Nikki, what's good? D'Angelo Reacts, what's up, fam? Vegas life, you know it. It's hot Vegas life. Obos, what's good, fam? DJ. We got some people in here. Let's go ahead and get it started, y'all, man. Get into it. Hit that like button. I know people get to falling in once we start.
Without us, without the United States, there would be no Israel. Without me, there would be no Israel, because no other president was willing to do what I did. I've had a great relationship with Bibi, but now Bibi has to be more responsible with respect to Lebanon. Lebanon used to be a great country. It was a country where you had professors, doctors, lawyers. The great intellect was in Lebanon. Now it's terrible. I would say of all countries, they've been treated the worst. And they can't defend themselves. And they have Hezbollah, which is a problem for them. So, no, I'm not happy with the way Israel has handled themselves with Lebanon and with Hezbollah. If they don't...
Hey, Israel do not listen to Trizzy or us or whoever. They do what the fuck they want to do. Netanyahu, I don't know if he around or if it's an AI or somebody else calling the shots or what's going on, but they don't listen to us because they just came to an agreement with Iran where, you know, the America, United States, whatever. And it's supposed to be ceasefire, and that include Lebanon too. And they said as soon as they came to the agreement, like hours later, Israel was bombing Lebanon again, like still attacking them. And that's what he's talking about. He like, man, you got to be respectful of our deal. And they supposed to be signing the deal tomorrow. So I guess we go see what's going on with all this BS that's going on, man. All this playing in our face. We don't know what's going on.
Don't behave, we'll go right back to dropping bombs right smack in the middle of their head.
Is the text of the agreement now final, or are you still?
No, it's not final. It's a memorandum of understanding. And if I don't like it, we'll go back to shooting at them, dropping bombs on their
When
head.
do you expect the word?
If I don't like it, if they don't behave, we'll go right back to dropping bombs right smack in the middle of their head. Okay? Because they've misbehaved for 47 years. All right?
Does it include?
But nobody could have made this deal.
Donald Trump just said Obama was an SOB?
In the JCPOA done by Obama, he handed him $1.7 billion in cash, gave him hundreds of millions of dollars, gave him billions and billions of dollars, but he gave him $1.7 billion in cash.
Y'all remember when Obama sent a plane full of cash over there to Iran when he was president? Like $1 billion cash on a plane, sent it to him. I remember that, man. Like it was all public knowledge and everything. I'm like, what is going on? $1 billion. Salute the baby cakes over there on Twitch holding it down for me. Gervais, was good, fam.
Green cash from banks into a Boeing 757 and flew it into Iran. And they stood at the plane. I have pictures of it like, oh my, look at this money he's giving us. He tried to bribe his way out. I didn't do that. Nobody mentions that. 1.7 billion and hundreds of millions of dollars. They tried to bribe their way out of it. And you know what the Iranians did? They laughed at Obama and they said he's a stupid son of a bitch.
Man.
And then he said he met with the president of Egypt in a hotel room for an hour and they fell in love?
Trizzy say whatever the fuck he want to say, man. He the only president that be cussing like this, man, doing his press conferences and everything, man. He is crazy, y'all.
It's still a big deal for me to be with the great president of Egypt, but not as big as it used to be before I ran. So he was in a hotel, and I met him, and we fell in love, deeply in love. And he didn't even want to see Hillary. He said, "You're going to win. I don't want to meet her." He said, "You're going to win." He didn't want to see her. Remember that? So we had a good relationship right from the beginning. No, we met. We didn't know each other before that. We had great chemistry, and I stayed twice as long as I was supposed to. Took up her time, and then when it was her time, he didn't want to meet with her, but he did because he's a gentleman. But it lasted about 1 minute.
Now, about the MOU that he's signing with Iran?
Reported it includes.
Have I read it?
Well, it's been reported that it includes a $300 billion reconstruction fund
Only-
funded by Gulf allies. That's
No,
false.
it's false.
there any
People, you can invest if you want. I mean, what am I going to do? Say nobody's ever allowed to invest? No, we're not investing. We're not putting up 10 cents. And
then he says he's going to drop bombs on Iran's head?
Is the text of the agreement now final, or are you still?
no, it's not final. It's a memorandum of understanding. And if I don't like it, we'll go back to shooting at them, dropping bombs on their head.
Man, he is crazy, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Candy was good. I know Trizzy's supposed to be my dog, but man, Trizzy getting lost his mind. Trizzy is crazy.
When do you expect the word?
If I don't like it, if they don't behave, we'll go right back to dropping bombs right smack in the middle of their head. Okay? Because they've misbehaved for 47 years.
What on earth is this all about? It's really embarrassing and pathetic and sad and weak. This feeble old man gets to go on national television on the international stage ranting and raving about absolutely nothing, making blanket threats. We look weak.
Yeah, he's definitely had a stroke recently, as evidenced by the weakness in this right arm and his overall disconnection from reality. I'm a physical therapist with a doctorate in my field and 14 years experience working in home health care, treating geriatric patients who have dementia, history of stroke, heart attack, heart failure, kidney disease, all the shit that he has.
Hey, one thing I can say from the videos I saw, the way Trizzy was moving when he was walking at the summit, like walking to sit in his chair and greeting other people and everything, he he ain't the same Trizzy. He wasn't upbeat like he usually be. He was slow motion. And that is a weird handshake. Y'all know he like to shake motherfuckers' hands all strong and everything to make it seem like he, you know what I'm saying, like he's super tough. They say he be holding everybody's hand tight as hell.
Maybe handshake, Mr. President? Yeah.
Now, it's well documented that Donald Trump likes to do this power move handshake where he won't let go of your fucking hand. It's meant to intimidate the person that he's greeting. But he's doing nothing of the sort here. His arm is almost approaching flaccidity, which is the most severe kind of paralysis as a result of a stroke. Can't even see any clear evidence that his grip is keeping his hand within Macron's. I think Macron is doing all the work here. This is clear evidence that this guy has had a stroke on the left side of his brain, where his language centers are also located, which is a perfect segue for this next clip where his voice sounds like shit.
So I want to congratulate the president. Last night, Cyril Gane won the fight against a great fighter, supposed to be unbeatable, and that was it. Cyril is from France. Did you watch the fight?
Yeah. Not direct, but I saw it this morning.
That was a great fight.
Hearing that makes me want to cough for 30 years. But this is evidence of expressive aphasia, the difficulty speaking, but also the moistness of his voice indicates his swallowing mechanism is also degrading because he can't effectively clear saliva out of his mouth before he speaks. And I'll remind everybody, the number one cause of death from frontotemporal dementia is aspiration-related pneumonia. Because some food goes down the wrong way, the patient develops pneumonia and they do not recover. Happy Tuesday. Also, he could barely keep his fucking eyes open while he was in front of tons of cameras and speaking to one of the world's leaders. His brain is losing its ability to connect with the environment around him. At this point, he's on 54 days of borrowed time. Who did he borrow the time from? All of the members of Congress who passed tax cuts for the Dow DuPont Corporation and 90 other Fortune 500 companies so that they would pay 0% corporate income tax in 2018. From when Soldier Boy should have zapped him with his anti-soup laser beam, been impeached, or they should have finished the process of invoking the 25th Amendment. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Damn.
I know Barack got tested for AIDS. There's no shame in being tested for AIDS. It's an important thing because the fact of the matter is in the community's engaged in denial. They're engaged in denial. No one wants to talk about it in the community. And we do not have enough leaders in the community and outside the community demanding we face the reality, confront the men in the community as well as the women, letting them know they're.
Hey, that's the tough Joe Biden right there. That ain't Sleepy Joe. That's when Sleepy Joe was rough. Y'all hear how he talking? Sleepy Joe was rough. And hey, one thing I can say though about the war and everything, and Trizzy and everything, I went to get gas today. And the gas then went down. It's back in the $3, like high $3, but it went back down from that $5. So I can't say the gas went down. So I'm happy for that.
Our alternative. Thank you.
Travis, I just got to make clear, I got tested with Michelle. When we were in Kenya and Africa, so I don't want any confusion here about what's going on.
And I got tested to save my life because I had 13 pints of blood
with my wife.
And I'm sure Michelle appreciates you clarifying.
In public.
Do you know that your boss, essentially President Trump, just stated that he loved inflation?
He's an entertaining, hyperbolic guy who's done tremendous leadership and on balance is driving inflation down.
So it sounds like you were unaware that President Trump just mentioned that he loved inflation. And I certainly don't want to get you in trouble with your boss, but it sounds like you don't love inflation, but he does. Since you want to talk about people unqualified in meritocracies, let's talk about President Trump. Do you feel like your positions and policy statements are in line with President Trump?
Yes, I hope so.
Do you love inflation?
I love ending Iran's ability to have a nuclear weapon. I think that's existential
thank you.
for our
That was
future.
not my question. Do you love inflation, yes or no?
I love ending Iran's.
That is not my question. Do
ability
you
to
love
get a nuclear
inflation?
weapon?
Yes or no?
No, I would prefer lower inflation.
You would prefer low inflation. Are you aware that the United States was taking millions of barrels of gasoline from Iran in the Strait of Hormuz?
We are preventing the flow of Iranian oil through the Strait.
That is not the question that I just asked you. Were you aware that the United States has been taking millions of gallons of oil?
The United States, back to their old tactics, the same old thing, taking. We don't, our country ain't built on nothing but stealing and taking, y'all. Stealing, lying, and taking. We over there at war with these motherfuckers. Meanwhile, we stealing gas and oil from them. Man, this shit crazy, man. GLC
From the Strait of Hormuz.
Just not sure taking is the right word. We're preventing the flow of it.
Well, thank you. Mr. Chair, if I may, can I play some audio from some comments that President Trump made in the Oval Office? Okay.
The numbers were great.
I don't think we've heard this.
I love the inflation. You know why? Because as soon as this war is over, I can say it now. Something you didn't know. Do you know we've been taking out
Let's suspend that,
barrels
please.
of oil. Nobody knows it. You know who doesn't know about it? Iran until right now.
You weren't ever on Jeffrey Epstein's.
They was trying to cut it off too. They didn't even want her to play it. That's crazy. This shit crazy. This ain't nothing but all a play. It probably was an inflation play for everybody to fatten up their pockets, man. Stock options and everything. Boost, fuck the stock market up, then boost it back up, sell, make you some money. All this shit be about money, man. Money and plays, man. Crazy work.
Jet, were you?
I was on Jeffrey Epstein's jet 2 times. I was on it in 1993, and I was on it and I went to Florida with my wife and 2 children to visit my mom over Easter. My wife had some kind of relationship with Glenn Maxwell, and they offered us a ride to Palm Beach. So I went then, and then
what are the odds? You went to Florida, they offered y'all a ride to Palm Beach, and you was on Epstein plane, fucking with Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein. And then we got Palm Beach Pete. That everybody is claiming that is Epstein and everything. Like, man, this shit crazy, y'all. This ain't nothing but a fucking show. All a show. Dollar was good.
another occasion, I flew again with my family, with I think 4 of my children.
Puerto Rico is going on almost 2 weeks. No water, no toilets, porta potties only. Not even the hotels have water. If you have a vacation coming up to Puerto Rico, this is information you should know. And I'm barely finding out about it, and I usually am aware of stuff. And they're like 2 weeks in, if not more.
Damn.
It's a serious issue. Drought conditions. They're blaming it on drought conditions. I'm like, how does an island surrounded by water not have water to flush the toilet? But they don't. And they're using water tankers to get water to people. They say showering is an issue as well. There's no water. How are people washing their ass? It's hot. It's muggy. It's in the middle of the ocean off the East Coast. That's muggy central. I think Puerto Rico smells like swamp ass right now.
Man, that's crazy, man. No water. You an island, you surrounded by water, and y'all don't have no water. People can't use the toilets or nothing. They can't take showers and stuff. This has been going on for weeks. And I think Puerto Rico have like a blackout too, with like everything went out as well over there. Like, what's going on with Puerto Rico, man? They trying to like this shit. That shit kind of seem kind of crazy, man. I know, man. I feel bad for those people over there. That's sad for sure, for sure. Said they need a new infrastructure. Yeah, that's probably part of it. It's probably a land grab or something. It's probably all something going on. Hit that like button, y'all. Keep the algorithm jumping, man. Let's keep it rolling. That shit crazy.
In Puerto Rico are mostly empty because of the water crisis that continues today. Woke up this morning, tried to turn on the faucet, there's still no water. Now, news reports have been telling us, we do know that the water crisis is expected to continue through the week. Some were saying that it's expected to come back later today or tomorrow, right? That's what the official story is, but many of us already know that we tend to not trust that. And so as I've been sort of waiting for my car to get fixed, we woke up at 6 in the morning, took the car, got the new battery, headed straight to go buy some water, and the shelves were empty. Of course they're empty. And, I can't get out of my head the people that have been talking to reporters, the elders, la ancianita, que, you could hear the cries of desperation in their voice. And, I think about the fact that these are situations, right, that have been going on in Puerto Rico for decades, with communities, especially after Maria, not having water or power for close to a year or more than a year, right? And so when we think about the infrastructure issues here and the lack of care that the government takes on public health in general, right? We know that this is just by design. We don't expect that the government here is really going to do much. So it takes a community continuing to put pressure on them to do what's right. And one of the things that I read this weekend was about the fact that the cost of the repairs of these 3 different ruptures on the main line is going to be something upwards of like close to $1 million, maybe 300,000 to $1 million. But the point is, who's going to be paying for that, right? Is there a fund that's going to be paying for that? I don't know. I'll do my best to find out. The other thing is that the governor of Puerto Rico has said that they're going to be conducting a study that should have been done a while ago, right? She likes to point fingers at previous administrations, even though she's been in office for 20 years, or she's been in politics, right, in Puerto Rican politics, with a role in politics for over 20 years. She could have at any point submitted some kind of legislation in the past to address this, but, she's been governor since 2024, and a lot of people have been criticizing her since then. But the point is, the study that she's talking about is going to cost $4 million, right? Again, who's paying for that? How is that going to get funded? How are the Puerto Rican people who are already under so much strain, right, with water bill that they have to pay, even if they don't have service, they're expected to pay their water bill. Right. So anyway, stay tuned for more on that. We hope and we pray that we get the water very soon. There's a lot of vulnerable communities that need access to water. It is a basic human right.
Man, that's crazy right there, y'all. Solo was good. That's sad, man. Gotta send some love, send some love and light their way for sure.
I also want to mention that if anybody is interested in learning more about how we got here, there is a virtual event happening for free this Wednesday. Registration is in my bio, it's in my stories. Please sign up for that. That is just the first step that you can do as a concerned Puerto Rican, as a concerned ally. Listen to the voices here that have been talking about the crisis, that have been pointing to some of the reasons for this crisis.
Tonight, the wife of one of the victims in that tragic military crash outside Los Angeles making a serious accusation about the deadly flight.
The last text I sent him was, "I love you."
Hey, y'all, they said this B-52 bomber plane that crashed the other day, a few days ago, and it was like destroyed completely. It wasn't nothing left of it, like no type of residue of the plane and everything. They saying like it ain't no way like that plane could have did that. They're saying that something's going on. Maybe it was a DEW. Y'all know what that is. One of them direct boys, allegedly. I don't know. Entertainment purposes only, but they said it ain't no way that B-52 plane should have been destroyed like that, where there's nothing left, like nothing. Brilliance, what up?
Lauren Smith tells us her husband, Jeremy Smith, a Department of Defense engineer who had worked at the base for a decade, was regularly part of a team that flew on B-52 test missions. But the flight that crashed, she says, was supposed to happen last week.
I know specifically on Friday, they were going to fly on Friday, and they just kept pushing it back and pushing it back. And I don't think that plane was ready to take off. And I'm so sad it did.
NBC News has reached out to the Air Force, which says they will not comment on an active investigation. On Monday night, authorities on the base said what caused the Boeing B-52 bomber to crash remains unclear.
At this point, we don't have any indication as to what the cause was of this.
Officials say the 8 people on board the flight, which burst into flames shortly after takeoff Monday morning, were a mix of military, civilians, and government contractors. The Air Force has not publicly identified the victims. Boeing says 2 of their employees were among the deceased. Lauren.
And then they haven't identified the victims. They know who was on that plane. Like, why haven't they identified it? Maybe it was someone who was on that plane. Maybe somebody on that plane knew something or something. It was something kind of crazy to it. I don't know. Salute to Anthony Jones, man. Saginaw Chippewa tribe, man. Salute, fam. Much love, fam. Michigan fam, for sure.
Lauren says her husband had only returned to work last week after paternity leave, leaving behind their toddler and 4-month-old son.
He was the best dad, and I'm so sad he doesn't get to watch them grow up. And in the midst of Father's Day on Sunday as well, it just hurts my heart so much.
There's people in there.
Hey, yeah. Let me stop it one more time. My bad, y'all. You right, Brilliance. You said it. You just hit it right there on the head, too. A lot of crisis actors trying to lower our vibration. I got to keep that in mind. Everybody should keep that in mind sometimes, definitely, when you're watching these videos. You know they always trying to lower to keep us on a low vibration and everything. You never know. This might be a one of those things. It might be crisis actors. We don't know. It's kind of weird they ain't released the names of the victims that was on the plane and everything. They know who was on there. There's only 8 people on there and everything. I don't know. It's crazy.
¿Lo agarraron? Ah, no, sí se metió. So let me get this.
Nah, that was crazy. And I find it super crazy that these planes still going down, y'all. Y'all remember at the beginning of this year when all them planes was going down, we like, man, what's going on? Like even before the year, like at the end of last year. Remember all them planes kept going down? We was doing the streams and talking about it. Planes still going down. Like what? Great Sage, Oni was good.
Straight, you're telling me that a secret society of the world's elites, co-founded by spyware billionaire Peter Thiel, has been exposed by hacktivists? Just to give everybody a full rundown, even though it shouldn't surprise anyone, as you can see, billionaire investor Peter Thiel has for years headed a secretive club that gathered tech executives, government officials, which we'll go over here in a second, and financiers for off-the-record retreats featuring discussions about sex, cult building, and even preparations for World War II, according to a report. So Dialog is a private invitation-only network, okay? And here's a little bit of background about Dialog. Participants were also asked to predict the future, with many forecasting that AI would dramatically reshape society. Some reportedly predicted mass job displacement, an AI winter, domestic terrorism targeting data centers, and even a religious revival sparked by technological disruption. Leaked records feature a directory with bold-faced names from government, finance, technology, academia, and national security, according to Wired. Those names include individuals such as Senator Ted Cruz, of course, Representative Jim Himes, and even Palantir co-founder Joe Lonsdale. And as you can see, Dialog also appears to double as a matchmaking service. According to Wired, attendees were asked whether they were looking for love and could opt into a network designed to foster meaningful connections for exceptional people. Leaked records include members' self-described talents, which range from funhouse construction and backcountry skiing to compassion and existential dread, according to the report. And Wired reported, like it says here, that a separate source revealed details of an upcoming Dialog retreat at a venue outside Dublin, Ireland. Retreat, due to be held from the 12th to the 16th of August this year, is set to host NATO's top U.S. commander, Alexis Grinkovich, as well as multiple officials from the Trump administration, of course, 2 U.S. senators, a former Middle East chief of intelligence, and a sitting ambassador to the United States. If you were to go look at the rest of the names that are on that list, there just so happens to be a lot of familiar names. I don't know. You guys tell me how you're feeling about this, because I'm definitely feeling some type of way.
I'm not surprised about no secret groups, especially secret elite groups. I know that it's so many of them, we probably can't even count how many secret societies and groups and little inner circle things that they got going on, man.
Objects in mirror may be closer than they appear. Objects in mirror may be closer than they appear.
Here we go again, guys. Now we're going to have 80% of the population once again. We're going to have 80% of the population once again that remember objects in mirror may be closer than they appear. Everyone's going to remember that, but it never existed.
What? Yes, it did. I done had plenty cars. I didn't seen this with my own eyes on there. Don't come on now. Don't say this never existed. I know y'all in the chat been seeing this too. Like they can't get this past us right here. This definitely got to be some CERN Mandela effect shit or something. But I vividly remember this. Even when I first started driving, like I remember looking and seeing it.
It was just objects in mirror are closer than they appear.
No.
And we're going to find residue here on The Tonight Show with David Letterman. We're going to find residue with one of Meatloaf's most popular songs that was ever written. We're going to find residue in pretty much every aspect of culture. And 80% of people are going to remember this, but it never actually was a thing because that was never the phrase that was in your driving handbooks. Yeah.
Objects may be closer than they appear.
Amazon is coming.
Nah, they can't get me with that one. I know it. I remember that good. Vividly. They need to go on with that one for sure, for sure. Margaret was good.
Out with a prototype store and people are losing their minds. It's a mile long and it's 2 stories tall. So essentially 2 miles long. And you get your own personal drone shopper. Yes, it's all AI interactive, which is really cool. It's got restaurants, but essentially you can get anything you want from this store. So it's just a prototype right now, but hear me out. AI interactive. So you just tell the drone, there's computers, you tell the drone what you want. It flies, gets it, and brings it back to you. How cool is that? Even the food, it will fly to you.
That's crazy.
That is unreal. It's not just shopping. It's an entire shopping experience. You know, I think with malls and everything going away and people not shopping, they need something interactive, fun, cool. I mean, drones flying? Every single person there.
I can see that though. I can see because the malls like activity, ain't nobody been shopping as they used to be. Everything is down. I can see that. Like they trying to create something with more of an attraction to it with that AI and drones and stuff like that. Try to get people in there. That'd be crazy. Big ass store like that. Crazy, crazy. Look at this though. What y'all think? Is this real, y'all?
Check it out, family. I got another video for y'all. Another video. Somebody caught this duende chilling. Look like some shit straight out of Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings.
Man, I done heard about these duendes or whatever little elves or whatever you want to call them. Like this shit look like is this real? I just want to know if it's real.
Another video. Somebody caught this duende chilling. Look like some shit straight out of
Look like he got some dreads too. What the fuck?
Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. But y'all let me know what y'all think or feel about this video in the comments on Phono Grave. Shit is crazy. Yo, check this out, man. I thought squirrels was vegetarians. When the fuck did they start eating lizards? And where's this at? So I know. Matter of fact, I don't even want to know. I'm finna be on lookouts on all squirrels. They might bite a nigga and I might turn. Cause this is giving zombies. It gotta be something going on with the air and the water, man. On Phono Grave.
A squirrel eating a lizard? That's how you know the world had a big change. That's how you know things changing for sure, man. I ain't never seen this.
Shit is crazy.
I got a question with that too. What you just said, them trying to teach everybody through symbolism. What if these aliens are returning back, like everybody said, like they were here thousands of years ago, and what if they were like, we taught y'all a language. That's why y'all did hieroglyphics. Why did y'all forget the language we taught you, and we're trying to teach you again through these crop circles that are the same symbolism as the hieroglyphics?
Because everybody the people that they talked to before is not all the same people that's on the planet now. Everybody wasn't on this planet. It's a lot of the different races that was on this planet. I keep saying there was about 5 different black races on this planet: Egyptians, Lemuria, Atlanteans, Olmecs, and there was another one, and that was it.
So like
and that was like possibly hundreds of millions of years ago.
But that's what I'm saying. So like that kind of time, like if you went to an island and you go to talk to a bunch of people who don't know English and you finally teach them English for 50 years and you leave and your family's bloodline comes back in 150 years, of course it's going to be a different language.
That's crazy work. For real. Makes sense though. Definitely makes sense. Action Jackson was good. Magnificent was good. I gotta look into that. He said it was like 5 different black races back in the day, millions of years ago. I'm gonna look into that. Gotta do some research on that. I heard of like the Lemurians or whatever. I gotta look into it. The Atlanteans. Definitely want to look into that, man. Hit that like button, y'all. Keep that algorithm jumping. Salute to everybody in the chat.
Is nobody going to talk about how thousands of Los Angeles residents were told to stay inside and shelter in place on Wednesday after firefighters battled another warehouse fire? Yeah, if you didn't know, and this is actually really bad, by the way. As you can see, thousands of Los Angeles residents were told to stay indoors on Wednesday afternoon as firefighters battled a fire that ripped through a cold storage warehouse. Thick plume of black smoke, like you just saw, rising from the roof of the facility in the city's Boyle Heights neighborhood just east of downtown could be seen throughout much of Los Angeles during the afternoon commute. Residents in an adjacent neighborhood were ordered to shelter in place, close their windows, and turn off their air conditioning units because of concerns about toxic chemicals in the air. Firefighters initially attacked the fire by climbing onto the roof with hoses and by battling flames from the inside, said Jamie Moore, the Los Angeles fire chief. But when a pressurized gas line began releasing potentially toxic ammonia, the incident commander pulled firefighters away from the building and called for a shelter-in-place order in the area. Nearly 3 hours after arriving on scene, firefighters were making progress on quelling the flames by conducting water drops from helicopters. That tactic is usually reserved for brush fires, Chief Moore said, but the blaze was spreading over the flat roof much like a wildfire. The blaze was initially reported to be primarily burning on the solar panels covering the roof of the 491,000 square foot structure, by the way, and crews appeared to quickly get the upper hand on the flames. How many more major fires have to occur before people will actually start paying attention? And how many times can you really call this a coincidence?
What's going on with all these fires and it's crazy weather? Salute the creators create. This weather been crazy too in a lot of places. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Look at that. God damn. Oh my god, I cannot see.
Damn.
Holy fuck, dude.
Oh my god.
Social media admin obviously took.
Yo, we gotta go.
That's crazy right there, y'all.
No, so I don't think the young people ever have to do anything because all the old people.
See, that's what I'm saying too. That's how I know this whole crooked ass world we living in, evil world, because look at this fire right here. You know, I think this over in California. It should be super easy for them. That's how you know some of this stuff is deliberately done, and they want shit to be on fire and want shit to burn. Because why y'all didn't press the button and send the cloud seed and stuff up there and make it rain right there in that area and just go ahead and put all that out? Simple and easy as that. It's crazy.
I figured out how we can defeat them. We all just need big giant cast iron bells. Or, I don't know, frequency tools at our houses? Reptilians cannot stand the sound of a ringing bell. They're very sensitive to certain frequencies, high frequencies.
That's crazy.
There's your...
Is that why they got rid of all the church bells? Y'all remember the church bells like on Sundays? I remember in Flint, Michigan, we had a couple big churches, one downtown. Like every Sunday, it'd doom, doom, doom. It'd ring for about a minute or two at a certain time. I think noon or something. Like every Sunday or something. And they got it's crazy because why did they get rid of all those bells in the towns? It makes sense. I thought it was like a frequency thing. They was trying to, it was helping the community or something when they got rid of it. But what if it's just like a thing that tortures reptilians? They couldn't take it.
confirmation. Get yourself a bell.
We all know reptilians are controlling the world, but now what's the solution? Now we're about to dive deep. So it said that bells were removed all over the world because the frequencies they emitted interfered with vibrational patterns or frequencies that reptilian shapeshifters relied upon to disguise themselves as humans. People, you see, reptilians use a certain frequency to hide from us, and we can't see past the light, the vibration of the light. We only see 10% of what's going on. There's like a whole shit ton of shit going on that we can't see with our plain eyesight. The bells release a certain sound that doesn't allow them to stay in their shape. Literally, bells were everywhere all over the world, and not just regular bells, huge ones, certain type of metal, like it let off a certain sound that literally could heal your body and heal the planet. Again, thousands of these bells were removed from Europe. Why? They also showed us in movies.
Crazy.
Sorry, I gotta get back to that.
That's crazy.
Sound brings pain to the reptilian.
And certainly recently, my good Air Force friend, Matthew, callsign Quake Sullivan, did pass away mysteriously before he was willing to come to the Hill to testify about his knowledge of these activities. And Quake was a Bronze Star recipient and an Air Force officer, intel officer friend of mine that I served with. And, you know, he was one of my, sources in my investigation. And, he he passed away mysteriously, and that is an ongoing FBI matter. So I won't characterize it, and I'm open to, different conclusions of what happened.
Okay, so
he was about to whistle blow, and all of a sudden he died of a drug overdose. And his homie said he wasn't even like on no drugs or nothing. He wasn't even like no drug person or nothing. Crazy, man. They be putting the play down on people, man. They'll put the play down on you and wipe your nose so fast.
So watch when he zooms in through the fence. You're gonna see something strange. See that? And we zoom in, he zooms in a little more on this. And by the way, this takes place in Belize in North America. What's up, Belize? Y'all got strange objects just hovering in your sky. Yep, here goes more of a close-up on here. And we can see some lights right in the middle of it, lighting up. But then watch what happens. Watch what we see. What we're gonna see, it's gonna propel upwards, but you're gonna see some type of propulsion energy in the bottom of it. See that? And then it shoots up. So that's what kind of has me like, I mean, it's definitely a UFO, right? But if they're electromagnetic, they don't need that propulsion in the bottom. But I'm still calling UFO. What about y'all?
That's crazy.
So I'm at work and I see that thing in the sky. It's been sitting there.
Nah, that's crazy work. I know a lot of people go like, that's the such and such star. Cause I done seen this before, like a orb pulsating like that. And if she zoomed in even more, you could see it'd be like it's changing colors or something. Like this right here, crazy, man. I don't know what's going on in the skies, y'all.
Not moving. Actually, on my way to work, I see one in a different
That shit look crazy.
area, and now that one's just sitting here. That's crazy.
What the fuck is going on with the world, yo? Nah. Bro, I'm not literally catching this right now.
And this right here been happening in a lot of places. It's been like lightning in the clouds and everything, but you don't hear nothing. It ain't like no thundering or nothing. You know, with lightning, you usually hear like it be cracking and stuff or thundering and everything. But lately, it's been a lot of videos, people showing lightning in the sky, and it's with there's no sound to it. You don't hear nothing.
I wish I was on top of one of them trees like on Fortnite, bro. I would have been recording this shit for y'all. Nah. Bro, what's coming our way right now? Holy shit, I'm looking at this with my own eyes. I'm not even looking at it through the camera anymore. Now, hold on, let's see if we could get a better perspective.
Yo, should I even stay outside this long? I don't want to get struck. I'm over here smoking. Hold on.
Word to everything in my fucking life, I ain't never seen something like this. So much thunder back to back like that, it's like something is... What if we're getting attacked right now? I'm even walking home as fast as
I just heard a little bit of thunder.
I can, just because. What if we are going through some shit right now? Y'all see that? That can't be thunder anymore. Shit, guys. Hype that up, it is thunder. There must be a fight amongst the gods in the sky right now, because look at this view.
That's crazy.
Here at Casey's in Lincoln, Illinois, check out these clouds.
That's becoming real. Look at that, man. What?
Crazy.
They might have pushed the button. They might have had some cloud seeding going on over there or something, because that shit right there don't even look authentic.
Clouds out here in Lincoln. Crazy clouds out here in Lincoln. Look at this.
Damn. What if it is a war going on in the sky? Did y'all remember we did that one stream when they talked about back in like 1950 or something like that? They said like something happened and it was like a war in the sky of different shapes of like orbs and different ships, and they was running into each other and falling out the sky, and people was watching and everything. I don't know, you know, allegedly. Shit crazy. Salute to Keisha. Keisha was good. That shit look crazy, man. I can't even stop.
Be extremely careful with this disclosure nonsense. I think that this disclosure info and anomaly that's going on right now is what's called Project Bluebeam. Now, this is a conspiracy, but I don't think it's them, if you know what I'm saying. I don't think it's the so-called interdimensional beings, which is a possibility they exist, but I think it is an organization that's, you know, we talk about in the shadows, that is our government. I'm pretty sure this is Project Bluebeam, so be careful of this disclosure. I don't think this is a real entity contact. I think this is BS.
I don't know, y'all. What y'all think? Y'all think this like everything that they going on in the skies and everything is just getting us all conditioned and ramped up and ready for what they gonna try to project to us, Project Bluebeam, allegedly? I think that might be what it is. Do y'all think they gonna try to create a crazy event to scare everybody, to bring everybody together, one world government, make everybody like, oh, we gotta come together and fight these people, make it seem like it's like an invasion or something? I don't know, man, but whatever happened, man, we better stay on wave, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay on wave, y'all. Use your own discernment and go with what's in your heart. Go with that energy, man. Stay on wave. Take it day by day. Protect your peace watching these videos. Keep that love around. Keep that good energy around. Keep vibrating those high frequencies. In the end, somehow, some way, we will win. When it's all said and done, we will win. Somehow, some way. Salute to my content management moderators, everybody in the chat. I appreciate all y'all engaging and talking in the chat. Thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. It's your boy Thao, FamOverTV. Peace and love, health and wealth to everybody. I'll see y'all real soon. Peace.
Fam over.